I'm never ready.
All right. Hey, everyone. It's John Dehlin. We are here on Temple Square with Sam Young, Bishop Sam Young. He is here advocating www.protectldschildren.org, which is a petition that has been advanced to help encourage the LDS Church to stop interviewing young girls and boys, assessing their worthiness, and sort of like sometimes encouraging shame about sexuality. So Sam Young, how's it going today?
Well, outstanding. It's been a lot of fun.
What's
94 signatures so far.
94 signatures today?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the hat about?
Well, I'm a BYU grad.
Yeah?
I didn't, hey look, I didn't want to get sunburned on the top of my head. So I went and bought a hat last night, and I thought they had no Houston Astros hats. That's what I wanted, was a World Series cap, but they were all sold out. Can you believe that, at Salt Lake? But they weren't sold out of Y hats, so I got this.
All right, so we want to invite, and here's Birdie. Hey Birdie, how's it going?
Hello.
Birdie, tell us who you are.
I'm Sam Young's mother.
How old are you, Birdie?
A woman's not supposed to have to tell her age.
62.
Hey Jana, how's it going?
She's 62. My sister.
No, it's just so impressive. You're so strong and vibrant for a woman of a certain age.
No, we're going to say with that age, it's 87. I'm proud.
87 years old.
I had him when I was 21.
You had Sam when you were 21. All right, so Sam, what's this about? Tell us what this initiative is about. For those who don't know.
Okay, our concern is a practice that's common in the church, although many people say this is not happening, but most people I talk to say that absolutely this is happening. But there's a common practice in the church for church leaders, bishops and bishop counselors, to take children as young as 11 years old behind closed doors, all alone, the bishop as an authority figure, and a child, and ask them behind closed doors, all alone, do you masturbate? There's all kinds of things wrong with that. There's all kinds of damage that happen to children. I've written a ton about that, of all the damage that's going on. We published a petition about a month ago, and the purpose was to gain awareness for this, and also have a vehicle that we could take to the church that, look, there are a ton of people in the church that view this as a policy they want changed. So it's to protect our children. Number one, protect our children from all the harm that can happen. Having a one-on-one interview behind closed doors, all alone, and asking that little girl, which happened to my daughter at age 12, do you masturbate? Do you touch yourself down there? Do you touch yourself between you? This is ridiculous. This can't happen. So anyway, we want to protect our children, but it also protects the leaders of the church, the 4 bishops that are in the line of fire of this happening, and to ultimately protect the reputation of our church too, because this doesn't look good to anybody outside of the church. To many of us inside of the church, it's repugnant. And so that's what we're doing.
Now, you're a bishop yourself, right?
Well, I served as a bishop for 5 years.
In Mormonism, once a bishop, what's the word?
Well, yeah, you're always a bishop. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but you do retain the title.
It means you're a bishop is what it means.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm going to ask some of your fellow volunteers. Is that all right?
Sure.
All right, so Jana,
Yeah.
do you mind being on camera?
No, that's fine.
Why are you here?
Well, I'm here to support Sam. So
Darren.
I totally agree with what's going on here to try and stop this, because it's not good for our kids, our grandkids, our nieces and nephews, people that I love. It's not a good practice. And we've heard people stop us on the street today and explain some of the stories that have happened to them. We had one gentleman saying, this isn't going on, and 2 other people here with us at the same time saying, this is happening, has happened right now, or it just happened, or it happened to my wife, or so we need to stop it. It's not a good practice.
Now, here's a question for you, Jana. There's a lot of people out there who maybe believe or have the same concerns, but they don't feel comfortable speaking up and having their face or their name known. What is it in your life that makes you willing and able to speak out?
It's hard to speak up. It is, but I feel a passion for this, as Sam and many other people do, and Birdie does. We really believe that our kids are important, and they should be able to grow up healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, like they need a well-rounded, good upbringing. We don't want them to be shamed and brought up in a way that it affects them in the future in a negative way. When they get married or for, you know, whatever reason, it does affect them.
Yeah.
So
that's why you speak out?
Yes. And I mean, I've learned just recently that I've asked my own children. I have 8 children. And I found out recently that, yes, this has happened to one of my own daughters. She was asked about these private, personal matters.
And you think
Not good.
It hurts people.
It does hurt people.
Hurts the church. It hurts people.
And we know we have good bishops and good stake presidents, that this isn't happening with everybody, but it's kind of leadership roulette. There needs to be something from the top down that says, do not be asking these specific, intimate questions to our children.
Yeah,
12, 8, 13, 14.
We've heard some really harrowing stories.
We have.
Do you do oral? Do you do anal? Did you orgasms? Levels of detail that are completely shaming and inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
There needs to be guidelines.
There does need to be guidelines.
Hey, thanks for speaking out, Jana.
Thank you.
Birdie,
Thanks.
you're 86 years old. What in the heck are you doing here on Temple Square, you know, talking about this issue? Why are you here?
Because I believe it's very important that we teach our children the right thing, and I don't think a bishop or any adult man should be with a young child asking them inappropriate questions.
Yeah.
And the parents not even know. And I've got 6 children, and I didn't know they were alone with the bishop, but they were being asked these questions. And now I find out, and I'm 87, I found out my 56-year-old son was asked things, and he didn't even know what they were. And I said, well, what'd you say? And he said, I just said no. I didn't want him to know I was dumb. And then he found out later what this sexual stuff was. And I just think that's sad for them to have to go through that. And they're too embarrassed to tell their folks. So that's why I'm standing up for what's right, along with my son.
Are you proud of your son, Sam?
Oh, I'm very proud of him.
You don't think he's a troublemaker, huh?
Absolutely not.
No?
He's fighting for the right. No, he's not a troublemaker.
He's not a troublemaker.
Peacemaker.
He's a peacemaker.
Yes, he is.
Did you hear what she said about you, Sam Young?
Remember, she's my mom.
Oh, so it doesn't count? Wait, does that mean it counts more?
Well, I didn't hear what she said, less? But what she says, it goes. It goes. Yes, that whatever she said is right.
Okay, all right. Well, what do you think about your mom being here? How does that make your son feel to have his mom supporting him?
So I told my mom what I was thinking of doing, and she said, "Oh, I'm going to go down there with you. I'm going to be right there with you. I'm going to sit there with that sign." Yeah, she wasn't going to let me come alone.
She's a good mom.
Well, thanks.
All right,
well, yes, let me say one thing.
Yeah.
I would like to ask anybody that's listening, share the petition with everybody.
Sign
with
and
anybody.
share.
Sign it, yeah, sign it, and then share it. You can share it with anybody, whether they be an active Mormon. I'm Mormon. Whether they be a resigned member, there are people right here that have resigned, or whatever situation they are in Mormonism. Or if they've never been a Mormon, that's okay. Every person on this planet has a vested interest in protecting our children. So sign and share it with anybody.
How's the feedback? Well, what have people been saying when they come up to you on Temple Square? What types of comments have people been making?
Well, most of it's been pretty good comments. Most people have been highly interested. Some people have been shocked that really that's happening. There have been some that have stopped by, very active members of the church, that had no idea this was happening and continued to deny that this is happening. So it's kind of across the board. So some
naysayers saying this never happens, basically?
Yes, yeah.
That is hard to believe.
I know it's hard to believe, but that's one of the reasons we're doing this, is to raise awareness that this is happening in the church, and it's a common practice in the church, and we need to get out of the church.
All right. Any final words for our listening audience?
Yeah, I just gave you that.
All right, we got it. So the petition is protectldschildren.org. Stop asking them about unworthiness interviews about sex and sexuality and masturbation.
Number one, we shouldn't have all-alone interviews with an older man, untrained man, behind closed doors with my 12-year-old daughter. We shouldn't have one-on-one interviews like that. Number two, we should not be talking about sexual things, period.
Thanks for what you're doing, Sam. All right, the website's protectldschildren.org. Sam and Birdie Young and friends, you guys are awesome. We're here on beautiful Temple Square in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's John Dehlin. Thanks for checking us out on Mormon Stories. Stay tuned for more.